All right, all right, all right. Levels are good. There we go. Take two. All right, nice move upwards for Bitcoin. And today just wanted to go over a case. By the way, I am long on Bitcoin and I have really been focusing a lot lately on what is my edge. If you are in this trading game or you've been in this trading game, there might come a period where you absolutely just feel lost. You feel like I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. You just feel lost. And this is the beginning of your edge. Really, one of the things that I've been focusing a lot lately on is execution and knowing where's my edge lie? What am I good at trading? What do I need to wait for? What do I have the statistics? When does my system say act? Really, then I can remove the hesitation, the analysis paralysis. Everybody can find levels and make their chart look pretty and all this and that, but really it's, do you have an executable, repeatable process that you know this is time to go? And I'll tell you today, I was looking over it, I was looking through Bitcoin, and honestly, I've been kind of zooming out on Bitcoin and thinking the bottom is in. And I wanted to show you a little bit about why I think that the bottom is in. So for that, what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of everything here and just kind of zoom on out. We're going to go to a weekly chart here. All right. And so really what we're looking at now is we're looking at the life of Bitcoin, at least the life of Bitcoin from the Bybit chart. So we're looking at the Bybit USD chart, which is a pretty reliable chart because it doesn't have as much noise as the Binance chart, and it's probably the second highest traded volume. So it does represent what the bigger traders are doing. So as you know, really, we always just want to ask ourselves, what direction is the market trying to go? And as you can see here over the lifespan, right? Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now, this was a very, very critical point in the Bitcoin chart. And I took just the fixed range since we did this support resistance flip, I mean, all the way to current price action. And you can see all we really did here was we were at a very critical point. We were at this value area high. Now there is a lot of confluence and we do have a point of control right below us. But what do we know that Bitcoin loves to do? Bitcoin loves to leave people waiting and then make them catch up. So I really have sunk in everything and bought spot. All of my holdings, I have put everything into my spot holdings, and I am long on Bitcoin as of today. Today, the big level here was the 75,000. And I just looked at this and I said to myself, you know what? This is really just an upwards moving pattern. And when you look at this from a delta standpoint, so I kind of want to go over the order flow chart here real quick. I'm going to go to the 30-minute chart. Actually, I'm going to go here to a 30-minute chart. And I just want to show you here. Actually, I'm going to go here to the delta clusters. And I'm just going to kind of zoom on out here and hope that this loads up. I'm going to kind of zoom on out here. Come on, load, baby. Oh, good Lord. Anyways, maybe we can do it here. Oh, Jesus, nothing. All right, hold on. I'm gonna bring over Atas to save the day. I'm gonna drag this over here, and we're just going to look at the 30-minute delta, and we're gonna see how price was moving, and we're going to look at its participants. And as you can see here, we have here open interest increasing, positive delta, open interest increasing, negative delta, blew past that, open interest increasing, positive delta, open interest increasing, positive delta. So along the way, what we were doing is we were building up that open interest. And really, if there's one thing that I can hammer into you, it's structure trumps everything. This is why the best traders just rely on the direction of the market. What is the structure of the market? Where is it trying to go? Then you can get in, you can say, what are the participants here? Did we build up any support here? Are we moving up on a decrease of open interest? If we're moving up on a decrease of open interest, that is a weak move to the upside. But if we're building up longs down here and then people are shorting up here and then we just keep on going higher, but we still keep on increasing that open interest, we have a stable structure. So that's why I just didn't short today. And I did take the long on the retest of this, single print. And right now I'm up in this position. I have already taken profits on this just because anything can happen. But really, I really am liking the idea that the bottom is in. And don't get me wrong, I have also protected myself. I've moved everything into profits. So even if we did retrace, I'm not going to lose any money. So I'm not saying chase this. I'm saying that if we retrace and we find a level of support, why not get some spot at this point? Why not buy some Bitcoin spot? Because really here, there's really no resistance. And I think that the next level of resistance really that we're going to hit is this 89,000. So this area right here, this is my next level of big resistance here. And I'll kind of zoom on out here and I'll show you why. So let me get rid of this. So here I just have all my high time frame. I know this looks kind of noisy, right? So if I were just to take this whole downtrend right here, right? From the top to the bottom, right? I can see here that right here, we have our value area low. You can see down here that it got really thin. If we drag this a little bit to current price action, then our point of control is going to get a little, not even really much. So our value is up here. This is where price is trying to go. Price is always trying to look for value, trap traders, wash them out. If I introduce here some naked points of control, you can start to see it gets kind of thick around here. Value area low, right? So right around here is going to be my first level of big resistance. So I personally think that we just cruise through. I mean, price is probably going to chop around here and there. And also I heard a great perspective today on how the war, I heard this, shout out Daniel, who was talking about how the war has the adverse effect. This is why you can see the greater markets are kind of chopping around, but a lot of people are going to Bitcoin because a lot of people are going for the safety and the functionality, right? If you're fleeing a country, why not have some money in Bitcoin? Why not have some spot Bitcoin on a little disc or a little card and you can just have it in your pocket? You have your wealth in your pocket rather than relying on some bank and some system. I really think that this is a solid, stable bottom. We chopped around here. We left a nice big wick. We have the greater value area high. I mean, there's a great case that the bottom is in. I'm not saying chase this. I'm saying that when price is going up, we look for these little pullbacks to get in the game. So I am long currently on Bitcoin perpetually, and I am everything in spot Bitcoin right now, which is all in profits. And really, that's my plan, and that's where I'm at. Of course, we still do have the options expiry that is happening on March 27th. So I would expect some right now, as it stands, all of these positions are in the money, right? This is in the money. So why wouldn't these people sell their option in profit? But we can still see here, Arkham, we can still see that these options are still, there's a high level of contracts that are still outstanding. This is the biggest roadblock right here. We have currently, as of right now, we have surpassed $75,000. We're almost trading at $76,000. We have not seen any kind of pullback SFP. I know a lot of people have been wondering about that. And so for that, we are going to do our normal daily process. So let's just zoom on out. Let's go here to the monthly. We can see we did have a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of downtrend, and now we are seeing our first green month, right? We're about halfway through the month, so we're not out of the woods yet. Let's go here to the weekly. Same here for the weekly. We saw a good 6 weeks of downtrend. Now, a good 2 weeks of solid upwards movement. As you can see here, we're getting into that zone where there's just not really much resistance. So I would assume that it wouldn't take much of a push to really see some good upwards movement. And we're already seeing it. Let's go here to the daily. And no new dailies. Seeing a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days of upwards movement. All right, so now we're going to come here. Let's look at some naked points of control. See if we have anything here. And as you can see here, look at this. This is a nice trending day right here. Look, if you're going to study anything, well, not if you're going to study anything, but it would very much benefit you to look at the profile. Look at the daily profile, the shape of the profile. Are we opening inside value? Is it a trending day? This I-shaped profile is really just a trending day. This is the day you want to catch those pullbacks into levels of support. When you see this lowercase b, right? This is a big pullback, right? You can come here. We can see how this transpired throughout the day. No, we can't. Tab. Minus? No. Okay. Anyways, we still have a naked daily point of control, 71,600. We also have a naked daily point of control here at 73,100. I'm going to transfer this level, 73,100. And we have a value area high right here at 74,235. We have an open outside of daily value. And point of control here, 75,000. See, so you can see there that 75,000 did provide a nice, huge point of control. So I would look to see if we did pull back. I would look to see if that 75,000 held. If that 75,000 didn't hold, I would look to see if that 74,325 held after that. Let's go here to the weekly. And I am going to kind of get rid of some of these. Delete. So we see that 73,100 here on the weekly. So that's the weekly point of control and a naked daily point of control. That level, I do want to put a little alert there. 73,100. And we're going to call that a naked daily point of control. So that is our weekly point of control. Let's go here to the monthly and just see where we are trading currently. So we are outside of monthly value, trading above the monthly point of control, which is 70,625. So with that, going to kind of go into the 30-minute chart here, and we're going to look at the participants. So really what we want to look for here is the highs and the lows. So we really kind of just look at the direction of the market, and does the cumulative volume delta mirror the direction of the market? You can see here, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So this is a strong move. If we come here and we kind of zoom on in here, we can see these open interest pockets. We can see open interest, negative delta, then open interest, positive delta. Boop. We come on, keep on going up. We see people shorting this move. Here's 3 million in shorts, and we blew right past them. We're trading above the VWAP, trading above the weekly VWAP. This is a strong move to the upside. I can see that some of this move is fueled by people getting wrecked, right? Too many people are shorting this market right now, not believing that it's not believing it's real. But behind that, we do have just strong move. You can see here, aggressive buyers just in the market. You can see here, open interest up, positive delta, negative delta. Those people got washed out, positive delta, negative delta, positive delta. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Really what I'm seeing here as far as participants is that the move is real. The move is strong. Going to go here to the TPO charts. And as you can see, yesterday was a very much trending day. I-shaped profile. Today we are opening outside of value, so we do have the potential of a nice 80% trade, right? 80% trade. If we did get acceptance back into this prior day's value, I would assume that we would come down here, tap this naked point of control, and maybe clean up this unfinished business at the lows. You can see here we have finished business at the lows here, but a little bit of an unfinished business up here. I don't know if we come back there, but I would say we do have strong support on the way up. So I'm just going to transfer these levels here. 71, 6,000, and then we have a new naked daily point of control at 73,100. So this is a post-market review right here, right? And now we're going to kind of zoom on in here and see if anything really just stacks up. Come on, TradingView, load up. All right, yeah, so there. Now let's kind of just look at this whole profile right here from the low to current price action. Let's see where we're trading in the process. So we do have some weak supports here, but really I would just be looking at these pullbacks and seeing if they do hold, right? If you see we come up here, maybe we pull back, we bounce, higher low. If we crack that higher high, I mean, the case is in for upwards movement because we are building that good support, and you have those levels 73,100, 71,600, and then a big one down here at 71,000. Right about, yes, the 70,800 area, right? So I am going to be just kind of making some little decision zones, right? These could possibly be, and granted, on these pullbacks, I want to see these pullbacks on a decrease of open interest. I don't want to see that heavy shorting. I don't want to see that change in market structure and then see that heavy shorting coming in with that selling pressure, right? Who are we up against right now, right? We're going to be looking for those big pockets of that positive delta to be defended. And if we start to break those, then we want to play that momentum. But I will be looking for these areas to hold, but I'm not really going to be spooked until we lose or we gain acceptance back into this value area. So I think the bottom's in, but I'm not acting on that information. I'm always prepared for anything to happen. I am currently long, and I do think that we're going to make our way up to that $89,000 area. These are my areas that I'll be looking at for support to hold. I am going to kind of maybe make a little bit of something here. I'm going to look for that. And now I'm going to just kind of size up some VWAPs here to see where we are. Where are my VWAPs? Okay, so here's my weekly VWAP and my monthly VWAP, and let's see what we got. While that's thinking, okay. So yeah, so you can see here, I got that monthly VWAP that's lining up right around there, that value area low. So if we did see a pullback, I would expect that to hold. Let's see which VWAP that is actually. That's the monthly. Let's go here to the weekly. And that weekly VWAP is right underneath price action. So we do have some good support. I really think that this move is strong. This move is real. And I am going to ride it for as long as I can. All right, guys, I hope that helps. We'll be back tomorrow, and we will be, hopefully we get some live trading here on the channel. Walk you through some live trading, how to execute decisions, because really what you need to be a successful trader isn't more theory. What you need is a couple of playbook, executable, repeatable things that you're good at recognizing so you don't have to think. That's how you're going to make that money. That's how you're going to free yourself from this dependency on this bullshit world. That's not bullshit world, but anyways, guys, hope that helps, and I'll see you next time.